Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working our way through getting our frontiers settled, and we're definitely making solid progress on that. We want to get a lot of terraformations done though, and that's going to cost us a lot of biomass. So that's absolutely huge. Now of course we're currently attacking somewhere. Where are we actually attacking? Oh right, I forgot about this. This should be fine. I don't foresee any problem here. The Void Worm should lose this pretty handily. Maybe we lose a defense platform, but I don't really care. And we didn't even lose a defense platform. Perfect. So that looks good. We did finish up quantum energy states, which is amazing. What else do we need here? We need astral threads. Let's get going on that. So that seems absolutely fine. We do have the Whirling Corolla just chilling up over here, and that's fine. These are mostly all Elder at this point. I think they are all Elder. Okay, excellent. Now I want to take a look at our Elder ships here. Specifically, our Elders... Hang on, something's odd here. The juvenile gold trichrome maulers don't have a juvenile growth gland. Let's give them one, and we'll save that. And then we'll go up to the matures. This is a mature growth gland. Sure. And then the elders, they are going to have mandible weapon damage and armor damage, or sublight speed and evasion chance. This is just a flat upgrade, so that's absolutely fine. The upkeep is the same, it's just the input. That's fine, I'm not concerned about that. So I'm thinking that we're going to go for the caustic fluids. Most likely. Okay, and then for the weavers. The juveniles are on developmental pheromones. We can move that up to exotic developmental pheromones, which I'd like to do. We have that on mature as well. And then for the Elder, we could also have that, or we could have upgraded symbiotic amplifiers, and that's what we're going to go for. That seems great. Oh, we don't have plasteel carapaces on this either. We should definitely have that. So we'll go ahead and save that, and we don't have any upgrades over here to do just yet, but that seems good for now. Now, we are running kinetic weapons, like, only. And we may want to swap some of those for blue beam projectors, but we don't quite have the tech for it at this moment. I'm just going to move the plasteel carapace and the shielded carapace here, just so that this is a little bit more symmetrical at this point. Okay, so that'll be definitely an improvement, and that is wonderful. So these guys, they may need a small upgrade. We'll get them going. These over here, they're going to be launching an attack on a more Alveo, and we're not going to upgrade them. The question is, do we want to go in and attack this now? And the answer is yeah, we're double their strength. So let's go in. We're probably going to take some losses here, but that's okay. So in we go, and a more Alveo will at long last fall.
Invasive growth engaged.
So we're going to take out this fleet on its own. That's very convenient that we fought it solo. And we're going to take these 3 fleets, and then these 2, and then this one, maybe? Something along those lines. This fleet is not engaged in this combat. This is going very well for us. They're not grouped together, and so we just absolutely crush them. Come out here, and take this out next. These are kind of grouping together over here, so we're going to go after the straggler. We are full on our minerals, so I'd like to sell those off, but now we're full on our trade. And I guess we can buy some some living metal, and have some trade capacity? Sure. These guys are actually attacking us here. So there's that. We're engaging all of these simultaneously. This was not the plan, but it's fine. We may take a few losses, but we'll get this cleared out without any major issue. Did we take losses? Yes. So that's fine. We are absolutely going to need to do fleet management here. We need to drop down our number of maulers and this is a mature weaver, this is an elder weaver. All we lost here were 2 maulers. So we're going to get 2 juvenile maulers here. That looks good. And then the other fleet needs to be done as well. So here we lost 1 mauler, and that's it. So all we need is 1 juvenile mauler here, and then that should be reinforced. So these guys, I'm going to have both of them head all the way back to Plant Heart. And you might ask, why are we going to Plant Heart? The answer is because I want to take out this. So we'll get there soon enough, and after we're done surveying here, we're going to head up to Amor Alveo and get that surveyed too. So we have no orders here. We can go ahead and get working there. Excellent. So this construction ship is idle and should not be. We are going to come build a starbase here. This construction ship is idle and should not be. We'll get that going. This construction ship is idle and can head over to here to build a research station. This science ship is idle. We can survey here. This science ship is idle, remarkably, and we can get that going. And then this science ship is also in the category of idle. Let's come down here and research the olfactory study. So that looks good for the moment. And we'll have no problem getting our fleets reinforced. We're slightly over our naval cap, and I'm not too concerned about that. It's okay. We can always go to our hunter world here and just put in an additional bone garrison here, and that should solve that issue. Or very close to solve that issue. So that'll be fine, and we'll just continue to fill in these gaps, and that'll be glorious. We do have a lot of gaps to fill in, to be clear. So this is absolutely a-okay. I want to spend our biomass, I feel like, on getting more terraformations done. But we also do have, I think there were 2 worlds. Yeah, here's one here, where we didn't have a Cradle of Rebirth. So there's one completed, and the second one was here. So that means that we're going to need 400 biomass for this. So we're 200 short. We'll get that soon enough. So that seems absolutely fine for now. This construction ship will build a mining station and then head out over this way. Perfect. So once these guys arrive back in Plant Heart, they're going to get their upgrades done, and I think this should just take them to Plant Heart as the closest station. Yeah. So that's perfect. We're going to do that. They're going to get their upgrades done. We're going to work on getting our juveniles matured up. And we're not going to fully wait on that. We can attack the Kresh Star Tribes basically anytime we want. We can just wipe them out at this point. So that's wonderful. We did finish up this world here, which means that that's another world that needs a Cradle of Rebirth. That means that we're still 400 biomass short of getting all of our Cradles of Rebirth built. So that's understood.
Understanding spreads.
Okay, so we just got an olfacto drive, and we can head off over this direction and start researching some of these anomalies, which is exactly what we want to do with these science ships for now. So assist research is no longer really a thing. Indeed. And that's noted.
How curious.
So this world was terraformed as well, which also means that we're lacking biomass for this Cradle of Rebirth. We're short 2 at this moment. There's a war going on, but it's not our war, so that seems fine. Not too concerned about that. This science ship isn't doing anything, and I would like it to be off in this direction, I think. Yeah, let's have it start excavating this archaeological dig. So that'll be fine for now. We do have a lot of things for our science ships to do still. Eventually, we'll run out of things for them to do, but that's okay. So we're at 324 biomass at this time. This science ship is now idle. We'll have it come research some of these anomalies. And this construction ship is currently idle. The question is there anything for it to do? I mean, it can go all the way up here and build a mining station. That's a long ways away, but sure? I guess? What else is it going to do? Not much is the answer. So that seems fine for the moment. These guys are going to make their way back and get their repairs and upgrades completed. So that looks good as well. We have enough biomass at this point to get, I think it was Hosen? Yes. This Cradle of Rebirth. So that means that we are now short 1 Cradle of Rebirth, and that is right here on Urantok 3.
Horizons widen.
We'll get that done soon enough. So there's our battle simulators and our naval logistics office. Both of those are very important for us. Tangler pod launchers and spore launchers, huh? Or evolutionary convergence, just to boost our unity growth. That actually seems pretty good. And I want to come down here. Our shipyards are going to immediately get battle simulators. This is what we saved that building slot for. So that's absolutely something we want to do here. That'll give us ship starting experience. And that is great. But then we also need to come down to our anchorages and put in naval logistics offices here. Again, this is what we saved this open building slot for. So we'll get those in there, and that will boost up our current situation on our naval capacity quite significantly. That's going to be 8 naval capacity per station here. So 8, 16, that would be 32, and then this would be 48. So, I mean, that's a lot. That's going to put us into a good position.
The wild expands.
Okay, so this construction ship up over here is currently idle, and we're going to have it build research stations and then a starbase down in Dirham. Looks good.
The wild expands.
And now this construction ship is idle, so that's going to come down to Grunthurst and build a mining station
Clarity
down there.
spreads.
Excellent. We just finished up in Kandari, getting that surveyed. Perfect. Those are odd levels of habitability. Okay. That's interesting. 58 and 23%. Very odd levels of habitability, but it's fine. I would really like to start getting some tile blocker clearance researches. Those haven't been coming up for us, and that's a little unfortunate. Those are society researches, and I would love to have that, but alas, has not been a thing. I do want to come down to this world and build a Cradle of Rebirth. We're still about 3 months away from getting that done. So that is absolutely noted. We're going to be arriving back in Plantheart very, very shortly here. I don't expect this to take very long to get these ships upgraded, and they should have their reinforcements right with them, so that shouldn't be an issue either.
The path is laid.
Okay, so our council agenda is ready. Let's go. And do we want to do... I think terraforming speed. Military buildup is not important to us at this time. What's going on up here? What's the Agarian League? Who are these? And why are they in our territory? Oh, that's these guys down over here. They're suspicious of us, but we don't have any borders with them. So, okay. Sounds good. So in we go to Plantheart, and we're going to get these fleets upgraded. So they clearly have a little bit more fleet power than we do. They have 4 fleets to our 3, and each of their fleets are more powerful than each of our fleets. Obviously, it would be a problem if we were to fight them. Oh, we lost our leader here. We should probably get one in here. This would be... Sure, ship fire rate is fine. We can get a trait pick immediately, and these are very irrelevant. Okay. Sure. So there we go. We're now getting our ships upgraded. Perfect. And we're also getting those repairs done. And of course, we're having some of these juveniles start to age up. So we're fully repaired now, and our upgrades are completing nicely. We're about 50% done with one of them. We do need to get rid of some of these minerals, which we will happily do, and our cap on trade is 90,000. Okay. It's interesting that it works that way now, because now you have to spend your trade on something. The probability conundrum. This is not going to lead to anything. I've never seen this event actually lead to anything, and we're better off just taking the influence. Our influence is kind of low anyway, so that seems good. Okay, a planet was encased in a shield.
Vessels adapted.
That's fine. We may be able to lower that shield eventually. Now, out over here in Dirham, I want to build our mining stations, and apparently we missed our mining stations here. Now, that must have been revealed by the science ship. And then we'll head down to Nixris. Sounds great. Are you idle?
Vessels
Yes,
adapted.
you are. Okay, let's build our mining stations and our research stations there. And we've got this science ship that is currently idle.
Wiser.
Where do we want it to go? Well, it can start going down over here and researching this anomaly, which this one is currently assigned to, but
The wild
it's fine.
expands.
It's fine. So there's all of those star bases finishing their construction queues. Perfect. And we also finished our evolutionary convergence. So that's also very good. Naval capacity, I don't care, to be honest. None of these are amazing. I'd really like to get some tile blocker clearances going. I guess we'll go with fleet command limit, but I'm not happy about it. So we have a supremacy tradition that we can take. Ship build speed, damage versus star bases. These would all be fine if we were in a defensive war. We're not. So they're kind of irrelevant at this moment. So that's absolutely noted. For right now, we're mostly just waiting on some of this stuff to finish. So I think we're done at this point. There's astral actions unlocked. Okay, so that's definitely good. What do we want here? Chemical digesters? Let's do it. So that sounds good, and you're currently building there. Are we done upgrading? Yes. Let's position here. We're strong enough to take on these guys at this point, and I very much want to do so. A junk ball? Okay, some minor artifacts there. And we have this astral action available. We need to get some astral threads rolling in, and there are some available. It'll take us some time to get that actually going. I'm not going to hugely prioritize getting it, but we can definitely build our research stations here. And that'll get us some astral threads coming in anyway. So we'll start getting some of these. It's not a huge deal, but we would definitely like to start getting some astral threads going. It feels like we've been slow on a lot of sides here. Betharian refining. So I believe, yeah, that'll give us Betharian processing as a specialization. That's what I expected. So that sounds good. Now we're at 856 biomass at this point. We definitely want to get a Cradle of Rebirth in, and that'll be great. Now, our fleets are ready to go, and I want to head in here. We have an archaeological site pending. I'm not going to read through these on this play. I do enjoy reading through them, but on this play, we're just kind of cruising through. And this is less about the ambience and more about learning how the new systems work. So we're going to hop on in here. This is going to be pretty significant, for sure. We'll take some damage. But here we are.
Predatory shelter engaged.
Excellent. So we're going to do a lot of damage to these guys at the very least, and we should just obliterate them. I don't foresee major issues here, but we will take losses, and that's expected. 1,000 alloys or adrift? We'll do adrift. Okay. Unique gene expressions. Okay. In petals of ebony. Sure. And at this point, my question is, where was adrift at? Ah, that's right here. And we currently have 2 science ships on the way in here. So let's have you... Oh, we need a construction ship for that. Okay. Let's have this come over and research this, then come back here and build mining stations, then come back here and build research stations, then come and build a starbase. That's going to be kind of a lot, but there we go. And yeah, we can see we've definitely taken some losses here as we've been fighting the Kreshk. This is not surprising. Okay, Lost Soul? Sure, we'll add 3 minerals. It'll be fine. A castaway robot. Cool. So we got a new specimen there. And at this point, all they've got left is a couple stations, and that's the end of the Kreshk Star tribes. Wonderful. So now we're going to move these guys back to Plant Heart for repairs, but obviously we're going to need to replenish these ships. And because we only build juveniles, that means that we need to put in 1 juvenile weaver, and then we are going to need 4 juvenile maulers, like that, to get this one reinforced. And we'll have to do this for all of these, unfortunately. So we're going to need to go in here. This is going to be 4 Elder Maulers. So we'll build 4 juveniles, and then 1 juvenile weaver. Perfect. And then we'll need to do this one. This is going to be, we've got 1 mature mauler. We've got 30. Okay, so we're going to need 1 juvenile mauler, and then we're going to need 1 juvenile weaver is all we need here. That wasn't too bad in terms of losses. We'll have that fully reinforced very quickly. So that sounds excellent. Okay. Now, this construction ship is currently idle, which we expected. Do we have a science ship out in this area? We have this one, excavating this archaeological site. Abandon that, come up here, and then go back to the archaeological site. The archaeological site isn't going anywhere, so that'll be fine. And then we're going to come in here and build the starbase. And up over this direction, we have this science ship, and it's not doing anything. So I want it to come down over here and research the anomalies. That'll be fine. We are going to get all of these anomalies researched eventually. So we do have 3 megastructures at this point. We have 3 arc furnaces pre-built. And I don't know what our arc furnace limit is. Hang on, let's find a molten world here. There's got to be a molten world around somewhere. Wait, was that a moon? Yeah, here we go. So if we were to build this, well, I don't know what our arc furnace limit is. It's probably 3. We've already got 3. We need 4,000 unity to upgrade these. That would be the difficult part. So we have this tranquil world here, and it does have the singing cliffs, but it's not hugely specialized at this point. So the question is, do we want avatar cradles or commensal clearings? And the answer is we want commensal clearings, at least for now. So we'll get going on that. That will take biomass, and that's understood. So we'll get those 3 built, and that will be fine. But we need to save up our biomass to get some terraformations done. So I don't want to do too much more there, but I really feel like we need more unity coming in. So we'll get that going. We are a little low on our alloys, potentially. It would be awfully nice if we could figure out what's going on with the solid light smelters, but unfortunately, we can't. Apparently, it was even looked into by someone on the Discord. Who was that? That was... I have streamer mode enabled on my Discord, and if I turn it off, it'll make noises. So we don't necessarily like that. I'm sorry, I can't see your name at this moment. But there was someone on the Discord who looked into it on the wiki, and apparently the wiki is just very confused about it. So there might be a bug. It might be that we're missing a prerequisite that the tooltip doesn't tell us about. I don't know. Regardless, it doesn't matter all that much. I'm not that concerned about it at this moment.
The wild experiment.
Okay, so Baldurk is under our control at this moment. That looks good. And we'll get that going. The next question, of course, is can we ever clear off any tile blockers? That would be nice if we could clear some tile blockers, but alas, does not appear to be an option at this moment. I wonder if it used to be that the researches would appear if you had them available to clear. So like you can see here, this requires selective defoliants to be able to clear this. It used to be that those would show up. Oh, that's good tech. Okay, cool. It used to be that those would show up more frequently if you had it available, but maybe it only shows up more frequently if you're blocked in your expansion by it. Maybe. Sublight speed plus 10%, that's kind of huge. The other option was a science ship. We can make a science ship very easily. I don't mind. So fleet command limit up by 20, and that's not a bad thing. Enzymatic webcasters. Interesting that this is in society. Let's go. That'll be absolutely fine. So we'll get that going, and that, of course, means that we can expand our naval fleets. So, how do we want to do this? We've got 20. So, we can definitely get a couple of additional weavers. I'm going to do 4. And then we can do additional maulers here. 1 additional, there we go, something like that. So it's going to be... The total count here should be, I think, 6 weavers. And then 14 maulers, something like that. I don't know if this count is correct or not. It's a little awkward with everything split up like this. No doubt about it. But let's go to 6 here, and then we'll just put the rest in here. I'm sure it'll be fine. So we'll get all of these reinforced, and we'll get that underway. That will get there eventually, and we're not quite going to have the naval cap to support that, but I don't care all that much. We can always get our hunter world here to have an additional bone garrison or two, and that's fine. We are going to want a building slot here for the upgrade for this, assuming it works. We don't know. It may or it may not work.
Scattered
Solid light
remnants
smelter has
reclaimed.
damaged my trust in such things, shall we say. So that's fine for now, and let's just scroll on down here and find this science ship not doing anything. It should absolutely be working here on researching this anomaly, but it requires a scientist. You'll do. Okay, research that anomaly. Looks good. So we've just about got our frontier filled in, but it's not there yet. It's getting very, very close. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to hopefully get these last couple of systems taken over, and that will be fantastic. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.